This is Kojo reporting live from Las Vegas for Raps on TV. I'm here with the two, I'm going to say, hip-hop boxing fans that have changed the game, working with the Zone. They've got their own platforms, been doing a lot of work this week. Ak and Barak, how you guys doing?
Did you say hip-hop boxing? Yeah. We're more like R&B boxing because we smooth, you know? We good, man. We over here. It's a huge fight.
Drake, Johnny Gill.
I get Drake every day, so that's funny. I ain't never get no damn Johnny Gill, though.
I'm old school, man, so I'll give you the credit.
I hear you.
But just really wanted to talk to you about the weigh-in. We've just seen both fighters come in heavier than they have before. Just give me your thoughts on what you think that's going to mean on Saturday night.
My first thought about the weigh-in is the Brits came out, man. There were a lot of people there for Tyson Fury, which was very impressive, which I continuously say how I love the British boxing fans, you know, so they're here. But I like Deontay at 231. That means he's trying to bulk up. He doesn't want to be pushed around by Fury because Fury's a heavy guy. But then Fury comes in, what, 270 something?
273.
And we didn't see him without his shirt, you know, so we don't know, like, that's fat, muscle, who knows. We'll see tomorrow, though, man. But that's what I noticed.
Yeah. He just fought a few months ago, fought like 5 months ago. So I'm sure it's not muscle. It's never muscle under that shirt, you know. But I think the only one that's using that as strategy is Fury. Wilder's been 226, 223, you know what I'm saying? So he put on a couple of pounds, big deal, you know. But Fury put on maybe 20 pounds. You know, I think he was 254 or something like that last fight, you know.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you just grew. You're not that tall.
Okay, this is what we do.
This is what we do. Keep watching this. I'm not gonna say a word. Just keep watching. Let's see if he can stay on his toes that long.
Listen, I'm not on my toes.
You're on your toes.
Am I on my toes?
He's on his McQueen's though.
But I'm on my toes. No.
So I've got to say he's not on his toes.
Why you get your neck up like
because you looking at me, and I knew you were saying. I was like, damn, he looks like. He ain't too tall.
I'm gonna be the ref. I'm gonna be the ref and say you're both growing.
He's too tall right now. Look, he's a little too tall because he's really like 5'7".
No,
you understand?
I'm 5'11", and he keeps calling himself 6 feet just so he can be shorter to make me shorter. That's it.
Hey, that sounds like a bit of catfishing going on here, guys. But I mean, in terms of the two fighters, who do you feel needs to make the better adjustments on Saturday night?
Well, obviously Deontay Wilder got to make the adjustments. He himself tells you he didn't fight properly. You know, he was a little too excited. You know, so he was overshooting his shots. I think he could have added more feints to his arsenal. Double jabs, a stiffer jab. All of these things he actually already has. You know, and if he could fight a better fight, put it this way: fighting that bad fight, he dropped him twice. So I could just imagine if he fought a better fight, who knows? But Fury's very slick.
Yeah, the thing about that though is, yes, maybe, but like Barak says, even fighting a bad fight, he dropped him twice, but he still lost a lot of rounds. So, you know, with that being said, he won, arguably. I'm not saying that I fell away, only the 2 rounds where he scored the knockdowns in. So I do agree with Barak where Deontay has to make more adjustments, but I don't think he has to make a lot. The only thing he has to do is let his jab go more, throw it to the body, throw it often, and, you know, maybe throw some feints. Make you know, Fury think a little bit, so he has a better shot of landing that right hand. Not just pour at the jab, pouring at it, waiting for it. No, let the jab go. So slight adjustments, it'll make a huge difference in the fight.
So I'm going to ask you both: who do you feel won the first fight?
It was a draw.
What answer?
I'm going back and forth with it. There were times where I watched it and I felt Fury won. Other times I looked at it from a different perspective, and I felt like, okay, this could be a draw. So initially, honestly, I said I don't think it was a fair decision. After I watched it, I could see how some of the judges called it a draw, so I'm okay with the draw.
Listen, I love both fighters, but I'm Team Wilder. You know, I'm not shy to say that I'm Team Wilder. So yes, I'm a journalist and I'm biased.
Yeah, no, we're open about that. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm biased. I've been biased when AJ fought. I'm biased when Canelo fights. I'm not shy about saying it because, as he said, we're real people.
Yeah.
Everybody's biased.
Yes.
At some point, you know, and we've built relationships with these fighters, and not that
he's a great dude.
Yeah, it's not that I'm
rooting. That guy.
It's not so much that we're rooting for certain guys to lose. We really don't want nobody to lose, but there's some guys that we hold a little dearer for whatever reason.
Yep.
And it's just real, and we're honest about it.
And so I want to take you back to Jack Reese. He made some comments recently in a BT Sport documentary. He said while he was refereeing the fight, he gave the first 4 rounds to Wilder. Does that surprise you?
Yes, it surprises me.
Oh, he's reffing and judging at the same time, huh?
Yeah. How? He maybe
That's cool.
maybe.
Well, if he gave the first 4 rounds to Wilder, and then that means Wilder won. Because if you count the 2 more points in both rounds, that means Wilder won. Because that's 6 rounds right there. Plus those 2 extra points. That means Wilder won.
Father-in-law or something like that.
Who, Jack
to
Reese?
Wilder? Yeah, something.
I think it's his uncle.
I'm not sure.
I can see that. I mean, but that does highlight, I guess, when you talk about this fight, there's just so many opinions going around. So the last question I want to ask you now we've got the rematch, would you classify this as a super fight?
100%.
I mean, this is, look what we have. We got the biggest sports network in the world. No disrespect to Sky Sports, all right?
I'm not being offended,
Fox is one of the biggest networks in America, prime time. Like, when you have those 2 entities coming together for a fight, it's self-explanatory how big the fight is. So this is a mega fight, for sure.
It's pretty big. I don't know. It's not that big. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything Saturday, so I'm gonna go. This is the biggest fight since probably Tyson Lennox Lewis, man. This is, and it's even bigger than that because the networks are so huge. It's bigger than the cable networks back then. You know, so it's bigger than that.
And both fighters are still undefeated technically.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
So that is going to lead
real legacy right here.
This is going to be my last question.
What's up?
Who will keep their O at the end of Saturday night?
I think Wilder wins this one
By
knockout.
which round?
I don't know about the rounds. Who knows? You know, theory's hard to figure out. It's so hard, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Wilder's prediction. 3rd round knockout. He said it on our show.
Guys, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Look forward to all the work that you're doing. Make sure you come to the UK and start pulling up on guys. We've got a lot of fans that talk crap. We want to see what you guys do.
We've been to the UK. We love the UK.
We want to find some Dylan White haters. I know a couple of them out there, but we're going to find it.
We're gonna find
you might get beat up, though.
If you see us, you already know what's about to happen.
Thank you very much, guys. Kojo signing up.
Barak signing out.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.